Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes, and something rather unusual has happened. John Swinney has apologised. He's admitted that things have gone wrong. This is not the usual SNP way. Normally, when things go wrong, it's someone else's fault. It's Labour's fault, the Tories' fault, Westminster's fault, Brexit, aliens. It's never the SNP because they're practically perfect in every way. But he has admitted it. He's apologised, and he says that the overspend of 450 million on a ship and the what he calls 6-year delay, but in actual fact it's going to be an 8-year delay by the time it gets into service, is just not good enough. It's been languishing in a shipyard, costing ever increasing amounts of money, being increasingly useless to such a point that by the time it does get into service, it'll be near the end of its operational life. And he's admitted it. He's apologised to islanders, saying they should have done better. I mean, I'm sure the islanders think that, and I know everyone else does, especially the taxpayers who are thinking 450 million on a ship to nowhere. It's rather a lot of money that could have been better spent on nurses, teachers, policemen, anything. Weird. Now, this whole fiasco is probably one of the biggest procurement scandals Scotland's ever seen. I think it's just ahead. I think the number 2 must be the Edinburgh tram system, which was a whole... Well, I'm not even going to... It's just a farce, wasn't it? It was a whole series of everything that could have gone wrong, went wrong. But again, political interference at every stage. And even now that the boat is almost ready to go into service, and it's back in getting its toilets fixed, of course, it turns out that it's actually dirtier than the one it's replacing in terms of engine, the shit coming out the engine, the carbon and all this, because they've had to put in different engines because Nicola Sturgeon had a great idea of making it a gas turbine. Oh, it's all clean. Look, LNG, lovely, clean, lovely gas, clean, which isn't, because it doesn't work very well. So they have to use the diesel engines. But because the diesel engines aren't designed for that ship, they have to work even harder, pumping out even more shit. The genius of politicians. If a politician truly wants something done, politician, all he has to do is say, here's some money, go away and do it and come back. And we promise never to interfere. Do that, and shit happens. If you start interfering, shit happens. And there's a difference. I tried explaining the word bollocks to an American once. I said, if something is bollocks, it means it's rubbish. But if something is the bollocks, it's brilliant. And they couldn't understand the subtle difference. Well, there is nothing the bollocks about this ship. It is just bollocks. I wouldn't... Put it this way, if I turned up at the port and was going to go across onto one of the islands and I saw the Glen Sannox turn up, I would drive to another port. I wouldn't get on it. I don't trust that ship. That ship is a ship of doom, and I think it's one of those, most likely to sink, It's a ghost ship, isn't it? But it isn't going to get better. But the whole point here of Swinney, I'm just so used to calling them all out, aren't I? But the whole point of Swinney standing up and actually apologising is astonishing, isn't it? They never, ever admit it. Now they have. God almighty, dogs and cats will be living with each other next. Thanks a lot. Take care. Speak soon. Bye.